Oi, oi, get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian. Oh, art thou Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, my mate. Hey, England, Manchester, Etihad, this Stad will be playing Champions League football next year, my friend. Yeah, how about you take a little 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen over to Manchester. We'll get you a nice hotel stay. Little 2-2 medical, £300,000 a week. Couple bonuses thrown in there. 2-2 Ballon d'Or in a couple years. Champions League. Happy days. You want to go Bayern Munich. Little 2032 Bayern Munich driller. Happy days. We get the next up and coming star. How about it, Florian? Florian. How art thou, Florian?
Hope you guys are enjoying my new intro. I think this is the best intro. Why are you laughing, Jim?
Oh dear. Oh fucking dear. YouTube just never gets
the whole
old.
remix and everything. I got a banging tune too. Everything like just.
How much your
I
discount?
literally have a banging tune to play as well.
Yeah, go on, play it.
Oh, we can do that too. It's an elite song.
Get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian. How art thou, Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, you're my mate. Manchester, Etihad, Estad. We playing Champions League football next season. How about you take a 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen to Manchester hotel stay, little 2-2 medical. 300k a week, couple bonuses thrown in there. Ballon d'Or in a couple years, happy days, you wanna go Bayern Munich. Little 2-2 2-1 3-2 Bayern Uni driller. Happy days, we get a new and upcoming star. How about Florian? Florian. How art thou, Florian? Alright, my mate, Florian. What's the latest word? City Flash with the...
This goes on for another 2 minutes. Like it's a whole track, bro. A whole track. Yeah, man. Come on. I've got a Russian editor who sent me a whole different tune as well. We cooked the shit out of LB in the summer. that was the good times as well. That was the good. Hey, Florian Verse has been coming through over the last like 2, 3, 4, 5 games. You know, so fair enough. Florian Bailaj, are you here, brother? Even AI couldn't make it.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
You're off camera, by the way. He don't strike me as a dancer.
The camera will be on. Come on. You know my situation right now. You know my situation.
I'm gonna expose Bailaj for the ones in the chat. I just woke Bailaj up.
Hey, my alarm didn't ring.
Ledge was asleep. I call him and he hears my voice and he's like, oh shit. I'm like, oh really, brother? Really? Anyway. Martin will be joining us momentarily in like 2 minutes. So let's start off by speaking about the Arsenal-Chelsea game tonight. Big up to you guys. All the links are in the description. Please go give Jem a subscription. Kings of the Bridge TV. Bayled at Ledge AFC. And of course, Martin's channel is in the description as well. Jem, talk to me about the game tonight. Do you have hope? Are you hopeless for it? What do you...
Sorry, Don keeps calling me, and I keep telling him I'm live with you, and he keeps still calling me on purpose. So I think he's just trying to disrupt the live. But yeah.
Wow.
How do I feel about tonight? Interesting one for me, because I feel that whoever gets the first goal is going to be the big one, obviously, tonight. If they're one goal ahead, if they get the goal, I think we'll find it hard to score 3 goals. I know in the last 5 games, the last recent 2 games, we've come back and managed to score 3 goals, and we've shown some good mentality in doing so. But it's very hard to go to Arsenal and go and do the same thing, especially with their defense, the defense and their strengths they have and qualities that they have specifically in that area. So for me, it's about how Chelsea turn up in the first half, tempo wise. Can we put them under pressure, unsettle them, get in their faces, win out individual duels in midfield? It's going to be very important. The midfield battle is always important with us, I think. And then it's going to be about us scoring first. And, I said this on my live. I said, if we score first, I think we're going to win tonight. That's just how I feel about it. However, It could go the other way. Like I said, if Arsenal's to score from a corner or a free kick or whatever,
I have to say, be careful there, brother. You sound too confident. I'll be honest.
No, it's not.
You're
It's not confident.
confident
But
right
I, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to try and back my football club. You know, if there's an opportunity that I feel that we can go and try and win it, I'm not going to be a Tottenham fan and sit here and or whoever and just say, "Oh no, we're just fucking here to fucking participate."
Hey,
You know what I mean?
fairs. That's an
I
example
respect
there. Still, that's a good
Yeah,
example.
we're not here to participate, man. We're Chelsea Football Club. We want to try and win. And yes, it's daunting at Arsenal. I think they've only lost one game this season, haven't they? Which was Man United at home. I might be wrong in the Premier League. Listen,
that's the only loss at home. You are correct.
You're right.
It's not an easy task. Like if you look at it, it's not an easy task. But would I be surprised? And let's be serious, and I'll ask you guys: would you really be surprised if Chelsea, at the end of tonight, end up walking away with a win? I don't think so because we have.
I would be surprised. No bullshit. Would we?
Why though? Because we do it.
Because I feel like you've left yourself a mountain to climb. Like, first of all, the good thing for you is there is no away goals because they scored like 3 goals at Stamford Bridge, so it would be difficult for you to win like 4-3 at the Emirates.
Yeah.
So there is no away goals. The reason why I would be shocked is, for me, it's just like it's the equation. Like we're asking essentially. Okay, this is what I have. Well, this is what I think is going to be a problem for you. It's not just that Chelsea can win tonight. You're asking, in essence, basically, you're asking for Arsenal to not score as well. Like you have to try to keep a clean sheet as well. And if they score first, it's game over for you because then they'll just abuse you on the counter-attack. And if you score first, then they'll start to attack you. Maybe that will give you spaces in behind. But the thing is as well, like the reason why I'm not confident about Chelsea at all tonight, and I think Arsenal will go through, is the Chelsea defense.
Yeah, well,
like
I can't disagree with you.
Like you with all due respect, you conceded 2 goals to West Ham at home.
Well, we've conceded 5 goals, even though I think we've scored 9 goals in our last 3 games. We've also conceded 5 goals in our last 3 games, you know. So, you know, you're right. The problem we have is stopping the ball going in the back of the net, really and truly. If we were a lot more in form, couple clean sheets behind us and winning games, maybe 2-0 here and there, and got to this point, maybe there would be a little bit more confidence from a defensive standpoint. Do I think we can set ourselves up, try and make that hard for Arsenal? Yes. I think there's a certain way that I want to see Rossini line us up that I think can maybe allow us to concentrate on attacking whilst knowing that we're quite protected defensively. And I think that probably calls Reece James going into the midfield with Caicedo, in my opinion, and them just sitting in front of the centre backs. But the other thing I would say about this game is that we've got 2 players in our team currently that in our last 7 games have either scored or assisted. And it's João Pedro and Enzo Fernandez, and they're both playing really, really well at the moment. And in the moments where we've needed them, you look at the West Ham game, second half, João Pedro comes on the pitch. I know it's West Ham; they're not in great form, but you know he stepped up and he kind of changed that game for me against West Ham. You know, he's in really good form at the moment, João Pedro. You know, and you can see the confidence is there with him. Yes, I know it's Gabriel and Saliba. Don't get me wrong; it's going to be a challenge if he is playing up front on his own. However, you know, I'd rather have an informed and inconfident João Pedro, the one that I've seen at the Club World Cup and the one that I'm seeing now after the last 6-7 games, and the one that we've seen Hussam halfway through this season that's not really been involved and struggled to score goals and stuff like that. And on top of that, you've got Enzo Fernandez, who I think has just been so good for us this season. So good. 15 GNA at this moment in time for him this season. Nearly at 10 Premier League goals. He's on 8 Premier League goals in the league at the moment. He's on his way to 10. So double digits there. So, you know, he's always going to be important in everything that we try and do. And then it's having Cole Palmer, right? But at what level do we have Cole Palmer back? Because at this moment in time, he's not really been at his best.
I was about to ask you about Palmer because he hasn't turned up for a while now.
Well, no, he's not really. I mean,
Thank
the West
you, being
Ham
honest. If you were to defend Cole Palmer, I was going to cook you. I
can't defend him because all seasons we've not had a fit Cole Palmer. He plays a couple games and he's gone. Comes back, plays a couple games and he's gone. And it's quite worrying, really, that it's groin injury that he should have had surgery, by the way, at the beginning of the season instead of just leaving and, you know, going off for 6 weeks, whatever it was, when he could have just had the surgery. Would have actually been better for him because we've got a World Cup this year as well. And I'm pretty sure he's going to want, and Tuchel's going to want him at the World Cup. So I don't get why and how they got to the conclusion that he didn't need it because he's still been struggling to this day, you know. So I don't know. Arsenal are missing Saka, right? As well. He's got a hip injury as well. You know, he's the one player that of recent has given us quite a bit of problems. And I'm talking about Cucurella because Cucurella is someone I trust quite well in our team. I think, you know, he's shown that he can compete with most of the best players of wingers in the world. But Saka of recent's giving him a little bit of a runaround. So, you know, Noni Madueke against Cucurella, I feel a lot more confident about that. I'll be honest with you. But
famous last words.
I think it's going to be a fascinating game, right? It can go both ways. Like you said, it can either go to the way that Chelsea press well, they get in Arsenal's faces, they force them into mistakes, they get the first goal, and then we try and hold that tempo and try and fight our way through it. Or it goes the other way where Arsenal take control of the game, you know, they dominate and they get a goal from however they get the goal, and then it's game over. It could go.
Well, hey, I think, truth be told, I think Saka has Cucurella's number most of the time, innit? Me personally, as an Arsenal fan. You know, I don't know how you.
The last 2 games, I'd say, yeah.
You see, that's the thing. You know, I understand as a Chelsea fan, you probably might feel different, right? Because obviously, I've been hearing the hype from you guys, isn't it? Oh, Cucurella against Saka. You know, that's usually the main battle. But if we're actually talking about the real battle, if you look at the stats, Cucurella has fouled Saka like 11 times out of the last 15 times or something along those lines in terms of records. You understand what I mean?
I hear that. But I do also think the referee ruined that in the home game where he got booked within like 5 minutes. The referee was just giving out cards for fun. He just ruined that a little bit because Cucurella's game is aggressive. We know that, right? He wants to be in your face. He wants to try and niggle, and he's going to be annoying, like you saw against Traore on the weekend. You know, he's headbutting the ball on the floor, you know, just to get it off him and stuff like that's his game. And I think when he's got that early yellow card,
when Traore ran at him. I've never seen Joe Pedro's like, as soon as he saw Adama running at him. When Adama was doing this, and he opened his palms up, bro, he was shitting himself.
You know, before Cucurella got thrown by Traore, Souček, he went after Souček one before the ball went out to the wing, and he got flattened by Souček as well. So he got flattened by Souček, and then he ran after Traore.
Those are probably the 2 West Ham players you never want to mess with, and he messed with both. So, that was hilarious. Big up Martin. Big up Martin. Big up to you, brother. Big up. So Bailaj, they come to your stadium today.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about the game tonight?
You know, I'm gonna be, down to earth this time around because obviously it's a cup game, innit? And it can go anyway. Now, Hussam, you know how I felt before the semi-final of the Chelsea game. I said it is what it is, innit? However, we're 1 game away from the final now. And, the second game is at home. Personally, I kind of think, we should have won the last game against Chelsea by a bit more goals. Just minor lapse in concentration. It was the reason why they got 2 goals back. So, for that sense alone, and it was shocking the fact that, Garnacho came up with those 2 goals. If I'm being honest, because I saw he came off the bench. If I can remember, the bench on like the 60th. Yeah, he came off the bench and then just 2 goals, bang, from Garnacho. So it was a bit shocking in my personal opinion. However, it shows that they kind of do have the fight. They played better than most people expected in that first game because obviously, Rosinha's, I think it was Rosinha's first or second game around the time, or one of his first few games. So they played better than expected. However, them coming to Arsenal, coming to the Emirates, I expect to win. I'm not expecting Arsenal to drop points. I'm not expecting Arsenal to lose. I am expecting a bit of a rotation. I'm sure it will be, I'll say 90% of a full strength team. Gabriel Saliba, Raya, Timber, Declan Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard, obviously Madueke because there's no Saka. And then up front, it's probably a toss in the air right now because I guess we have 3 available strikers with Havertz, Gyökeres, and Jesus. So I guess anyone can play in regards to being up front right now. And I probably would give it to Jesus because it looks like majority of the strikers are starting to, get a bit of chemistry because our strikers have been banging lately. Somehow, that noise from the media has quietened down. You know, the lack of open goals and this and that. I mean, open play goals. So I don't know. I feel like it's going to be an interesting game. I expect Chelsea to compete. Like, this isn't going to be a walk.
Why are you doing the humble gimmick, huh?
Nah, it's not even a humble gimmick. No. Real talk with Simon. It's not even a humble gimmick. I honestly believe that Chelsea can fight, but we are going to win.
So you're doing the humble gimmick then. Point proven.
It's not a humble gimmick.
Chelsea can fight. Fucking Brentford can fight.
They can give us a good game. They can give us a good game. You know? That's what I'm expecting. Look, because obviously,
if you want, I can give you some background music as well as you're speaking. You know, we can do the whole humble thing.
Back
you
in
know,
the
we can
day,
do the humble thing. Hey, look,
back in
my
the
name
day,
is
people.
my name is
stood there
Humble.
and they watched
Bailey.
football.
My name is Humble Bailey. Go on, continue to be humble. Go on.
So,
There's
guys,
background music for you.
as we can see, you know, Chelsea do have some, I say, probably a miniature chance of but Enzo Fernandez, you know, 90% Palmer,
It's not like Olan.
you know, the new Leo Messinia. I definitely think that they can make it. However, with a strength like Gabriel Saliba, David Raya at the back, it's going to be nothing short of, you know, lackluster.
Oh, 1 second. Yesterday we spoke to an Arsenal fan who thought that what's his name? Kepa will start in net.
Yeah, Kepa will start. He plays all the cup
Yeah.
games.
That's
He
what I
played
said.
all the Carabao Cup games. Then he played at the Bridge as well.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be 90%, 80% a full strength team. You know, I'm not expecting.
You had a strong team the first game round, right? As well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So apart
Arteta's mindset is he wants to win it, basically, because he's playing the strongest team possible. He
You
can,
know
right?
why Arteta wants to win this, right? There's an extra reason.
They haven't won
Yeah.
it, have they?
No, it's because this
What?
guy's team is in the final too. I think everyone,
Ah.
like, I love Jem's energy. I love his belief in his team. I love what he said. We're not Spurs. 100% he's right. If it was a Spurs fan here, he'd be sat here going like, oh, we have no chance, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, the final at Wembley, 99.9999999% is going to be Arsenal City. Let's just be
That's
honest.
good. That's
You know, if Chelsea go today and win at the Emirates by 2-goal margin, then Arsenal deserve to get abused. You cannot have a 1-0 lead and lose in your own backyard by 2 goals. With all due respect,
yeah, no, I agree.
can't.
Sam, you see now
And
that
then the
calls for
final,
crisis.
you know, me and Bailey had the discussion about the Carabao Cup before. Even he came to agree with what I said. The final, just because it's Man City, it means you cannot lose. Just because it's City. If it was anyone, if it was like Arsenal, Liverpool Carabao Cup final, and Liverpool are fighting for top 4, and we won the Carabao Cup, Arsenal fans would be upset and mad, but they wouldn't be like fuming. But because it's Man City, they're gonna be real mad, bro, if they lose against Manchester City to Wembley, because they're involved in a title race with them. So it gives you that extra like reason to be.
Don't stick me in the title race anymore. I went out of that Sunday.
Oh, whoa!
Wait,
We'll get there when we get there. We're talking about Arsenal.
Don't say that.
Martin, no.
Whoa!
He's 6
Calm
points
yourself.
out.
Calm yourself. Calm yourself. We'll get to that when we come to it.
Yeah, we'll
My
get there when
God.
we get there.
You
So-
are you're like farm animals. Throw you a bit of food in your chomp. You are. Sharks are on the panel. Look, chums in the water.
The other thing I would say is
the thing is like with this game.
Damn.
The thing is with this game is like at the end of the day, it's not impossible for Chelsea to win it. It's
No.
not impossible for Chelsea to do this, but it would be embarrassing if they did it. Does that make sense?
Precisely. No. Embarrassing is the word. And look, this is where I would start my meltdown. You know, obviously, a lot of the fan base has come and said, "Oh, we're in a meltdown crisis. We drew 2 games and lost 1 in 1 month." You know, I personally didn't see much of it. Yeah, you guys heard me. You guys heard my opinions. I didn't see much of that. However, if we now go on to lose a semi-final at home against Chelsea after we just lost recently to Man United at home again, meaning that would be what 4 games drops, or 2 losses and then 2 draws in a month or just under a month. That's crisis. That's, as far as I'm concerned, There is no excuse there. This is where we have to win this game. Now we're there again. We are almost in line to win a trophy, just like we were with the Champions League last year with the semi-final. We're in line to win a trophy. Now we have a capable squad. I remember this is why I've been extremely confident this season. With the injuries that we've had a capable squad to go and cross that line to win a trophy. So if we lose to Chelsea, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm going to lose my nuts, like real talk, because that's where I'm like, it looks like there's a trend coming along now. Oh, will we actually ever get it over the line? Because as much as I said I didn't care about this trophy, I really don't care about this trophy. But the fact that we are here now, please go and win it. You know, it's show us that you have built enough character, enough, cojones, I suppose, to go and cross that line and deal with whatever challenges in front of you. No, that's just what it is for me as it currently stands. And you know, we just have to wait and see. Tonight is going to be the real question. Can Arsenal get to a final again? Because last time we got to a final was how many years ago? FA Cups.
Yeah, Henri pointed this out as well one time. He don't even get to the finals.
Literally. So, like, can we actually get to the final? And that's what we need to do. I feel like if we do get to the final from this Carabao Cup, it will propel our season moving forward. I feel everyone has come across and said, "Oh, this is a hindrance. This is a hindrance. Oh, we're in 4 competitions at once. Can the team really handle that?" I mean, what do you think he's been building a squad for the past 6 years? If man come to me and tell me, "Oh, we shouldn't win a double," or remember when we were on stream a couple of weeks ago and Hussam said what he said, and you guys said I took what he said wrong because I was trying to. He said, "Oh, Arsenal can't go on and do a double. He doesn't see it possible."
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well,
not Prem and UCL. Yeah, not Prem and UCL.
Yeah, not Prem and UCL. Yeah, not Prem and UCL. But look at it this way: we have a capable squad of competing on all grounds. I'm not saying we're gonna go and do a 4P, win everything, the 3 domestic cups, and then the Champions League. I'm not saying that's going to be possible. However, we do have the team capable of making history. We have made history many times over the last few years for no reason. Yeah, all this history we've been making meant nothing because there was no trophy at the end of it. So no one has come and said, "Oh, that was a historic season for Arsenal. Look how great that team was. Look how amazing, blah, blah." No one cares. However, if we can go on and win the Carabao Cup and then get into the final for the Champions League and also win the Premier League, that's an amazing season. That shows that we're almost over that line. It shows that, yeah, we're here. We're able to compete now. That I don't know, what was it? That monkey on your shoulder of, oh, you haven't won a trophy in the last 20 years, or when was the last time Arsenal done a double, or when was the last time you guys won multiple trophies in 1 year? You know, all those questions will be out of the window. The banter.
Why is Yasser always onto you? I noticed anytime Baylage is on the show, Yasser's onto you every time.
Look, Yasser's a fraud. Yeah, Yasser's a fraud, and he knows he's a fraud. He tries to call me a fraud. I don't know why, but because I support my team. And
I agree with you. I do think Yasser is a fraud.
It's odd for people to support their team on this, YouTube platform. It seems like it's a bad idea, especially as an Arsenal fan. If you come and say, "Oh my days, I think we are going to win the league, and Arteta is a good manager," now somehow you're a joke, man. But you can't give honest opinions nowadays. So I think yeah, it's true. That's my personal opinion, anyway.
The only real question mark around Arsenal with it all, I would say, is that if you do lose tonight, it's just the whole mentality thing again, isn't it? Like you said, you get yourself into that position to find yourself in the final in the cup, and it's like you've fallen at the second from last hurdle again, right? And that's gonna be question marks around your squad again, around Arteta. Why are we always not able to turn up? Do you have no reason tonight not to be up for this game? You have no reason. You're at home. You're going to have the fans. You're probably going to play a very strong team. It's about you guys just coming out and really and truly dominating us. Showing us that you're number one for the reason at this moment in time. So the pressure's on Arsenal for me to really get it done tonight. You are the favourites. You know.
Sorry, bro, but that's the thing.
Oh yeah, 100% they're the
You
favorite.
can't, you can't say dominate. You can't say dominate. This is where I feel like it's wrong. It's like, guys, you guys are in a semi-final for a reason. If we go on and dominate you in the semi-final, that's great. Let it be so. But I'm not expecting Arsenal to dominate a Chelsea, a fellow big team in the Premier League, currently also trying to get into the Champions League. Like, come on, you don't expect to be dominated in a semi-final or a final. Like when Arsenal lost 4-0 to Chelsea in the Europa League, you think I'm not still hurt by that, bro?
Yeah,
I am hurt when I tell you, bro, that was crazy. That was crazy to me because you don't go to a final and get slapped. And this
back
is why
again.
I do expect it to be tight though. I think any sort of game like this can be tight. And the last time round there was a lot of goals involved, but
Where's your chest, Jack?
Where's
your chest? Come on.
I've already given my chest earlier on. You weren't here.
Oh,
If you'd been here, if you were
all right, whoa.
if you were here earlier on, you would have heard what I was...
You'd have seen it.
But what I was going to say is the first game round, there was a lot of goals. Don't get me wrong. Sanchez had a stinker. Let's not lie. Sanchez on at least 2 of them goals I don't know what he was doing, to be quite honest, which is very rare for us to say about him this season because he's been good. But we also missed a couple of really important players. Palmer, James, Caicedo, players that are really important if we've got any chance of even winning these type of games in the first place. The fact that we walked out at 3-2, I was shocked because you're right. You should have scored more goals, especially in that second half, which leaves me with a bit, let's say bit of hope, but it leaves me with a bit of fire in my belly to think that if he sets us up correctly, like I said, put James in midfield, play all our best players, get hopefully Palmer's up for it tonight, should be as well. There's no real excuse why.
James is by far your best player.
Well, to be quite honest, I think Caicedo's struggled the last couple of weeks. I really do. I think he's looked very leggy. He's not looked like himself. Oh, our best player, actually, really, I think, has been João Pedro and Enzo Fernandez. They're the two that have stepped up in the moment.
I'm here for it.
Oh, I love Enzo Fernandez. He's a quality
I think he's underrated, very underrated.
He's a quality player.
Guys, there is as an Arsenal
I think
fan,
Enzo is slightly Chelsea's best midfielder because when he plays well, the whole team plays
Chelsea plays well. That's what I tell him. That's what I keep telling the Chelsea fan. But
guys, the whole tactical change. Or did Reece James play in midfield the last game?
No, he played. What are you talking? No, in the league he did when we went down
in
to
the
10
league.
Caicedo got sent off, and then we played James and Enzo as our pivot with 10 men. Oh. But in the first leg, we had 3-4 key players out in that game, which hopefully we should have back tonight. So it should be more interesting for sure. Come on, Chelsea.
Martin, how do you preview the semi-final tonight between Arsenal and Chelsea? Do you agree with what I say? It's going to be Arsenal and City at the final.
Might be Arsenal and someone. I don't know if it's going to be us. No, Arsenal.
If Newcastle go to the Etihad and go through to the final,
where is your chest, Martin? Where is your chest?
If Newcastle, there is a bigger chance that Chelsea do something today than Newcastle.
We beat
Newcastle for one.
I agree with that. I do think
it'll
be Arsenal City in the final. Unfortunately, I'm going to agree. I don't think Chelsea will have a chance in hell.
Well, you think it's that limited? Right, yeah. You don't think we're gonna at least score tonight?
You might score, but you're not going to keep them out.
I can't even argue that. That's the problem. We don't defend well. We're shit at defending.
Good night. Thanks for the show. Like and subscribe.
Hussam said it as well. He said the same thing as you. He said he can't defend.
I said the same exact thing verbatim.
I can't defend that defense. I just can't. It's fucking awful. It really pisses me off, our defense.
Really funnily enough, I actually think, and here's my chest. I think City will beat Arsenal in the final.
Okay.
Who?
That's what. Look, Martin has finally shown his chest. He's finally shown that just a little bit of cleavage, and it's okay. It's okay. You understand? I'm not gonna judge
cleavage. Will you take that camera out of your bedroom, and pointing it in mine, please? Stop it. Stop it now. When the curtains are drawn, it means no. Anyway, Jesus. What about cleavage? It's only 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ray. Too many humble merchants, bro, today. Jem's doing the humble thing. Bayless doing the humble thing. Marta's doing the humble thing.
I've just said we're going to win. I've just said we'll beat Arsenal in the final.
Jem backed his club.
Hang on, I've just said we're going to beat Arsenal in the final.
No, but guys, no, yeah, he did say that he does think we're gonna smash him. But my thing is, he thinks it's gonna be an Arsenal City thing, you know.
Yeah.
Now, let's not even. I don't want to brush over Chelsea because that is extremely disrespectful. You know, like I keep saying, you guys
brush over Newcastle.
We're not Spurs, like I said. We're not Spurs. Yeah.
Look. In the words of the greatest striker, you know, I guess the Prem has seen. You know, stay humble, Yeah. So we have to stay humble. We have to stay humble.
I'm really triggered you.
Stay humble,
Still on about it now. It's about triggering.
Stay humble or be humble.
Stay humble, or be humble. Whichever one. Whichever one it is.
No, be humble. I cannot believe Bayless.
You know what?
There you are. Finally, you came out,
In May, probably when Arsenal win the league. You know what's going to come out? That line by Haaland will be the frigging catalyst that wound all these Arsenal players up and our setter up. And it's going to be like, it was our own downfall that did it.
You know what's the funniest thing about the whole be humble thing? The whole funniest thing about the whole be humble thing is that season Liverpool won the league, not even Arsenal or City.
Yeah.
You guys just fought each other for no reason. We ended up winning it in the end. I swear, like the whole be humble and all this, great, fantastic. But in the end, Liverpool won the league, so this is kind of wasting everyone's time. You get me? So
it's Haaland. And look, guys, honestly, like, okay, now I guess we can stop the be humble brag right now, innit?
Yes.
Yeah. I do feel like we are gonna beat Chelsea, and one thing I've pointed out a few times, and people might say I'm nuts. Maybe it's my ADHD, whatever it is. I don't know, man. But I've noticed Arteta, he makes his mistakes in threes. And I've said this before. Yeah, I said this a few months ago. He makes mistakes in threes. We've drawn 2 games and lost a game. Yeah, that's the 3 mistakes that we've made this season. And we made them in a row. So I expect Arteta to make changes. I expect Arteta to give the team a kick up the backside and tell them, yo, let's finish this. It's as simple as. It's as simple as. Kombat. No, but no. It's not Mortal Kombat for sure. But it is a game of tactics. And it's like people expect me to be disappointed at my team for having a bad patch, which quite literally was probably the worst bad patch we've had all season or in the entire year, if I'm being honest. So it's like all this throw your toys out the pram because we lost to Man United. Oh, you guys don't have the mentality. Now look, a week later, it's City are only 6 points behind us now. Before it was 4 points. I remember I said this to Martin. I literally said it to you. I was like, bro, the gap's gonna extend. I said the gap's gonna extend, and it did. And
it's because Man City bottled it though. Let's be serious. Like you did.
This is the narrative. This is the narrative I want.
And this is the thing now. I do want us to move on to talk about the title race because I think we're all in agreement. You get me? Big up to you, David, as well in the chat. Big up to everyone locked in, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Let me just get the old thing going now that they're done talking about cleavage. You get me? So big up to all of you.
Sorry. Hey, there's a Chelsea fan. I just said we are winning the league, lad. Sorry. Man had to point that out.
Is he in a time warp? Is he? His afternoon drinking.
Talking about it's the Rossini charge, mate. What are you talking about?
Put the bottle down.
Please like the video. Please subscribe, every single one of you. Please hit the like button, subscribe. We are going to move on, talk about the title race.
We got to.
Don't forget to subscribe to all these guys' channels. All the links in the description. Kings of the Bridge, Ledge AFC, and of course, Mancunian Way. We're also not even at 100 likes yet. You guys are a bunch of scumbags. Close the live chat.
Well, all right, you want to talk the title race? It's quite close. It's very, very close at the moment.
I want to talk about your game at the weekend first.
Well,
talk to me about
sorry. I thought we were...
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Go on. What? You're the City fan, Habibi.
No, I was just
Go
going
on.
to say you've got both teams on 58 points. Both played 30 games. It's going to be a tough shootout. It's going to be Middlesbrough or Coventry City. Which one wins it? I don't know. Oh, we're talking about ours. You said title race because there ain't no title race at the minute, mate. There ain't no title race.
A Mancunian way
If a
giving
team
up.
keeps shitting himself, if a person keeps shitting himself, he's got a problem. What am I supposed to do? We play one half of football. At the moment, I don't want to hear any title talk, any title charge until I start seeing City showing they're in a title charge now.
These are the big sharks they've been talking about. These are the big sharks. These are the big sharks. The sharks are coming 2 years ago. What happened to the sharks coming 2 years ago? You're only 6 points behind, my bro.
Yeah, 6
Right.
points.
6
But
points
we don't play
behind.
90 minutes football. If you want to do the banter stuff, we'll do the banter stuff. I can play the banter stuff. Deji got it yesterday. I'll play banter all day long with you. If you want to do the let's have a serious combo, let's have a serious combo. Just tell me which one you want, and I'll turn on which one you want.
Martin, listen.
We are having a serious conversation. Are you giving up just behind 6 points?
No, it's not about. It's not even about the points.
You do
difference.
realize Arsenal have to come to the Etihad as
No,
well? That's
it's not about the
thing.
points difference. I need to see a consistent 90 minutes from City before I even get anywhere near the title tie anymore. Things got a little bit more serious on Sunday. And it's not even yet, we didn't lose. It's only 6 points. I hear all that. But right now, I don't have faith we're going to Anfield doing anything at the minute. I've got Anfield next. I'm not playing Wolves. I'm not playing Fulham at the Etihad here, guys. I'm going to Anfield, where we haven't won. My neighbours won the lottery more than I've won at bloody Anfield. I'm not being funny. We don't do it. This is part of the problem. Everyone, including myself, we've all sat there and gone, it's only 3 points. It's only 4 points. It's only this point. But City, Arsenal keep leaving the door open and we're slamming it on ourselves.
Yeah.
So how can I say title race?
This is. Do you know how you can say title race, Martin? Do you know how you can say title race? Because quite frankly, people want me to come out and say we're going to run away with it, which I kind of think is absolutely ridiculous. Just in the middle of January. Oh, now we're in February, right? We have what? 3 months left now, I suppose. 3 or 4 months. Is that right? Am I correct, guys?
No, 4 months.
So we know that Arsenal have lost the title to City before with 8 points, over 8-point gap with lesser games. Meaning the possibility of you guys still overtaking us is extremely high. Now, we also know you guys have got on to win the Premier League against Manchester United with 6 points, with a 6-point gap. And you guys won it on the last day with Aguero scoring in the last minute. So with all those facts being said, how am I meant to sit here and confidently say Arsenal running away with it? Now, on top of that, how is it not a challenge? I'm confused as to how people are trying to discredit Manchester City and say they're not challenging for the title. These guys are right there.
I'm not discredited.
No, but come on, man. Listen, this isn't the same Man City that we've heard over the last 3-4 years before, or with the same confidence.
And I've always said it's not the same, sir.
And my thing is, it's like people are reluctant to admit that the Premier League is, a competition that has become extremely tough. The lesser teams can extremely can get points from the top teams majority of the times, a lot of the times, even more so said than before. So we know that the Premier League's tough. We know that mid-team tables can spend 100 mil like Crystal Palace. And literally, it's like, bro, I'm confused here. People say the Premier League is tough, the best league in the world. But if Arsenal drop 1-2 points, oh my days, Arsenal are doing bad for not running away with the title. It's like, and you're there saying, oh, we keep leaving the door open. Maybe if that's how you want to look at it, that's good for you. However, how I see it is, bro, we're in a race. It's an extremely tough league to go on and run away with. If you do run away with the league, that's amazing. And that's really good for you. But when you're expected to run away with the league, I think that's extremely wrong. Now, we've shown that we've been the most consistent team over the last 4 years. If you want to be, in fact, I mean, the 4 years is crazy because we ain't won nothing. Last 2 years, yeah, you just being able to compete. We've been extremely consistent. So now I see what Martin is saying, talking about, oh, he doesn't believe City can compete because his team's not consistent right now. Now that's fair enough. Those are fair points to make, but it's sounding like City are trying to make it seem like they're not competing for the title at all, and Arsenal should be running away with it. And it's the same thing with the media narrative. There's 14 games to go. Everyone's saying it's Arsenal's title, bro. When has anyone ever said?
Hang on. I'm lost.
It's madness, bro. But I'm sitting here as an Arsenal fan and have to accept it because obviously that's the media. They push the narrative out there, and there's more people against Arsenal than there are for Arsenal. Meaning, obviously, Arsenal don't have we don't have the majority of fans, so obviously we can't overtake the media. And the information spreads. So you know what I'm saying? It's like,
but you're in a different position though, bro, now than you was the last 2 seasons. And what I mean by that is you have been top for most of the season. So of course you're going to get a lot.
Of the City section turned back into the Arsenal section.
The City section, actually, this is the title race section.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to say this, right. Last week, you were on here, you don't get your due. You were giving me philosophy speeches. I was doing my Jurassic Park humbleness. And I was like, oh, Arsenal don't get the credit. You then get the credit and you go, oh, and everyone's saying we're running away with it now. Pick a lane of which one you want. Do you want to be backed or do you want it? I don't get it. I'm lost.
What credit
we have a good record at Anfield with Slot second. Good record at Anfield with Slot. You've played us once and you lost once.
We got beat.
Yeah.
What record with Slot have we got? What? I'm lost on that one.
I'm lost as well. Wait.
What record?
Because it says MCFC Papi, so he's obviously a City fan. So what record are you talking about?
You have a good record at Anfield with Slot.
Are you talking about the record that played?
We only played you once and we beat you.
Is he talking about the? Oh yeah, he might be being sarky. I don't know. He might be saying we've only lost one. We've lost about 20.
You didn't draw. We won 2-0. Salah and Gakpo last season. What the fuck are you talking about, brother? What are you talking about, bro? Liverpool 2-0 Man City. Yes, last season we beat you 2-0 Etihad and 2-0 Anfield. Remember?
You drew with Arsenal, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was it.
The draw was Arsenal, not you.
Yeah, it was Arsenal, not Liverpool.
We won both games 2-0, exactly. The Spurs loss has these guys on Pluto, bro. Why is your head on Mars? Why? I remember the game specifically. Salah scored the penalty and he assisted Gakpo's goal. He got 2 GA in that game.
Was MTFC Papi watching a different game at a different time?
I have no idea. Last season, bro, we won 2-0 at away and at home. We haven't played you at Anfield yet this season. And we never played you in any of the cups either. So
no, because they got beat by Plymouth, so they didn't play in any cup.
And the Carabao Cup as well, we got beat by
anyway, no, listen, you know, of course, Arsenal, you say people, you can't just look at the points section and go, right, well, it's only 6 points. It could be 9 points by the weekend. So what do you do then? Like I said, we're going to Anfield. I need to see evidence of City changing now. I need to see a 90-minute performance. I can't relax at 2-0 at the minute.
Against Spurs as well.
Hold on, Martin. City always starts slow, right? City always starts slow. In January, City is when City pick it up. Or on my days, is it in April when City pick it up? You know, man's been hearing the same thing. So it's like, I don't understand how you guys are now.
All I said was, I will talk about a title race when I see things change. When I see you show consistency, then I'll talk about the title again. This is what's causing the meltdowns in the fan base, because 1 week we're in a title race, the next week we're not. Then we are, then we're not. And everyone's losing their damn mind.
It's Arsenal decline. Yeah.
all title talk should go on hold until I see consistency. Not just from the players, from Pep, from everybody.
Mm.
That's all I'm saying.
It's
If by
okay.
March, April, we're in a title race, then fine. I'll deal with it then.
In history, is Arsenal's decline in March most of the times? Because I see a lot of Arsenal fans talking about March being a bit of a decline month for you guys.
Look, all that talk about Arsenal's decline is in March. Arsenal never get along. Like, look, me personally, I don't look at things that way, and that's just me, innit?
That's not the point. Why do people love to be wrong and strong in the comment section all the time, bro? Why? You said in a super chat saying,
he said I need a public apology.
To the slot. You came to Anfield last season one time and we beat you. So one loss in one game is not a good record. So you have 100% loss record.
We've won 3 in about 35 years.
There's actually few people online who are actually humble and admit when they're wrong. You know how many times I've come on YouTube and said, I admit I got this wrong. I admit I got that wrong. And it's okay. Like nothing will happen to the universe. You come here and you say, we have a good record at Anfield with the slot. We tell you, no, you're wrong. You had one game and you lost it. And you're like, oh, well, when we went at Anfield, I want my apologies. That's not the fucking point. My God. Anyway, by the way, guys, speaking of red pill, blue pill, you don't know what's better than 2 red pill members? A 3rd red pill member is joining us as well, man, like David. How you doing, David?
Yeah.
Yes. What is going on, Chelsea?
This wasn't in my
Say
contract.
football tonight. You must say football tonight because if Arsenal win this Tin Pot Cup, they could kick on and do what the unthinkable, which is win it all. Yeah, and we can't have it. We can't have it. We can't have it. So please, Chelsea, do us a favour. And all the fans that say to me, "You're a Man United fan. How can you want City to win the league ahead of Arsenal?" Here's my answer to that. Their manager's done for very soon. You know, all he does is eat saliva these days. He hasn't got it anymore. It will be over soon. You don't know what I'm talking about. You see when Pep does that thing with his mouth, he puts spit in his mouth. Have you not seen it? He seems to always have a dry mouth. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, bruv. Yeah. But listen, Chelsea, you must save football tonight. And if Arsenal lose tonight, if they're out of that cup tonight, Martin, you've got to believe, man. You've got the best manager in the world for now. You've just signed Semenyo and Gay. You've got to back your team, mate. And I understand you haven't taken opportunities.
He's coming here to support Martin.
But you've got to back.
Let's go, man.
That's crazy.
You've got to back your team, man.
Yeah.
I know you're backing the team, Martin, but you're kind of saying I'll deal with it when it arrives. You're kind of saying I'll deal with it when it arrives, and I hear that. Man, if I was in your position, I'd be putting the fear into the Arsenal fans and saying, we're coming for you. Don't worry, we haven't taken the opportunity yet, but we will take it. And like the Chelsea fans said earlier, sorry, I don't know your name.
Jem.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Jem. I'm David. Arsenal seem to throw things away in March. They've got a history of it. Granted, they have a better squad this time. But Martin, get behind it, man. Come on, bruv. Arsenal cannot win it, and I know everyone's thinking,
Can you
what
tell
you
United
saying?
have won a couple of games?
I cannot do it,
United have won a couple of games, haven't they? You can just tell
Yeah.
United have won a couple of games all of a sudden because the chest is back. It's like that emoji United fans coming out of a cave and getting burnt by the sunlight. Whoa, they're back.
Title charge. They're
I
coming.
love Martin.
Shameless.
I love working with Martin because me and him have the same exact
The
thoughts,
frigs
bro.
happened. Am I in the Twilight Zone?
Listen, I can't
Same
believe we've
exact
won 3 in a row, mate, and I'm so happy, you know.
And you know what?
I've been
Listen,
telling
I'll tell you the story
sorry,
right now.
Martin. People always say Arsenal fans are the worst. I always warn them. There's nothing worse.
I'm
than a
telling
happy
you
United
now. Listen,
fan.
I live around them. Well, not many of them because you can't find many United fans in Manchester. But the simple fact is,
Yeah,
United fans.
nice shot
I'll
there,
tell you
nice
the
shot.
story now. I'll tell you the story now. Carrick. Give him a 4-year deal. In 6 months' time, that'll be another United legend under the bus, chucked away, and they'll go for somebody else when it all fails.
Yeah,
David,
yeah.
you know,
Someone's
hey,
grateful,
don't
Martin.
mock,
You know,
you
we did
But no,
David's on your side,
Yeah,
though.
We did you a
I
favour.
don't
We
need-
did you
I
a favour
don't
by
need
beating
rags
Arsenal and
on
beating
my
them well.
side.
And this is how you repay it. This is how you
No, I
repay
don't
it.
need rags on my side. With respect, I don't need
Shocking.
rags on my side.
Ungrateful.
Look,
I
big,
don't
big,
need-
big respect,
I
big,
don't
big
need-
respect to Carrick, yeah. But I kind
Hang
of do
on,
feel
hang
like
on.
Carrick
Why have we
might
gone to the
be-
United section? We're title talking here. What
There
are we
is no
doing?
United section, brother. There is no United
The
section.
United
I
section.
probably need to tell David earlier about this Tuesday 2 p.m. thing. If
There's
he's
no
available.
United section. We're not relevant.
There is no United section.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
might-
we're not
you might-
relevant, but we will be relevant
so one
soon.
second, 1 second. Let's
Listen.
let Martin.
Oh, there
actually
you go.
address-
We'll be relevant soon. United are back.
Let's let Martin actually address the stuff that David said about the title race and shit like this.
Right. Well, listen, you want me to have chest so you can come and take the piss in about a month. If City then don't win the league, listen, I've played this game for many, many years. I ain't stupid. Show us your chest. Tell us you want it. No, I'm not stupid. I've seen it. Right now, like I said, when I see us put 95 minutes together, then I'll believe. Right now, we're a 45-minute team. I need to see different. We've
I
got
hear you, Martin.
we've got a lack of
I hear you.
confidence at the minute.
Yeah.
And
I
trust
hear
me.
you, but you know, remember in the summer, we were all talking about who won the transfer window. Remember that? Yeah, transfer windows.
You
are
mean when
important,
everyone
right?
had City
Who
full?
won the Hold on, who won the January transfer window? Without a shadow of a doubt, Man City.
Man City.
Now,
Yeah,
come
Man
on,
City.
you can't be talking, you can't be sitting here going, oh, we've only got 45 minutes, we're low on confidence. I've been here before, I'm a veteran. Come on, man. You've just won the transfer window.
hang
You've
on,
got
we
to have
bought
a
two
bit
players.
more.
So because we bought 2 players, that suddenly means we've like become amazing. I've
Premier
got
League.
my
League.
name.
League.
Hang on.
This is why I love YouTube. A United fan just came to motivate a City fan to have chest. This is the most
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I've seen in my life.
No, listen, like I said, I can do the
love this
banker stuff,
platform.
or we can
Only
do the
football
serious
YouTube
debate
does this.
stuff. Choose the lane, and I'll go whichever line you want to go in. Tottenham got done yesterday. I can go down the bantering Man U. I've got hours of content on bantering Man U.
No,
We
I'm
can
sure.
do that.
Jokes
But, no,
aside,
in all
I think you've got a
seriousness,
good enough team,
Mark
a good enough
Gahey
squad.
He was a
Jokes
great
aside-
signing.
Oh,
But
I've lost
there's still
connection.
Diaz out. There's still Gavardiol out. It's not like I've got Gahey to go alongside them. Semenyo, great signing. I think he'll be great. I think he was very harshly judged at the weekend by many City fans. This is the problem at the minute. Everyone, most of the fan base are in hysterics. Pep's looking a bit lost at the minute. The players are looking lost. We're in the middle of 2 transitional. We're in the middle of a period where we're confused in what tactics we're going to play. Some parts in the game we're playing transition. Other parts in the game we're trying to play slow possession football. I don't know which one we're choosing. I need to see a consistent 95. Now, if we go at Anfield on Sunday and we win, fine. If we go on this run, then let's talk about it. But right now, it's not an Arsenal issue for me. It is a Manchester City problem. We don't have the consistency to say we're in a title race. That's why it's gone from 7 points to 2 points to 3 points, back to 4 points. Now we're back to 6 points. It's all over the gaff. Because I said, every time Arsenal drop the ball, City drop the ball. So how can I be in a title race when we're not doing our own job?
Sorry, I'm back
I
in the
think
game
it will
now.
be
I
9
lost
points
connection
on
there.
Sunday.
Pardon?
I hope it's 9 points. On
I think
Sunday.
it will be 9 points on Sunday.
I
I'm
think-
not even angry.
I think if it is 9 points on Sunday, that's when I'm okay with City fans being scared. You know, I'm okay with City fans.
Whoa. No, I'm not scared. Let's not do that. Don't go into your scared now.
Mate, you sound pretty cautious to me, mate. You sound pretty cautious to me. You've got a
Martin,
good
come on,
enough
man,
team.
fight.
Why would I be
Tough manager.
scared? Hang on, why would I be scared? I've got more trophies in the last 10 years
Oh, here
than
we
3
go.
of you put together.
Hey,
Martin.
Martin. I am
You have
happy.
won 18 trophies in 10 years.
Don't
You've
get
won
defensive.
Jack Shit.
Don't
Martin.
get defensive, Martin.
Martin, I'm happy for you that you have the most trophies in the last 10 years. Yeah, I'm happy for you in the 21st century that you are one of the first clubs to, give us the blueprint on basically how to do a 4P. That's great for you. However, I do think once Pep leaves, that's gonna be done. I'm not saying you guys won't win trophies, but in regards to dominance, that's gonna be done. And
they got Enzo Maresca coming in. That's what
who knows? Vincent Kompany in mind. It's looking like that time is coming. It's looking like Pep's reign is coming to an end. And in regards to you guys dominating every single year, maybe that might end in the next 2 years or 3 years or so. I hope. However, this season with 9 points to go, I mean, if we do make a 9 points gap, I'm gonna be screaming we've won the league. I'm gonna be like, okay, no, you're gonna see more than cleavage from me. Trust me. Like I'm gonna be out there. Yeah, but
you see,
that's just
okay. So MCFC, yeah. This is what I love about you. We disproved your point about Slot and Pep. You went to Nottingham Forest. I think he was confused when he was looking up records at Anfield. He was like, "Oh, Forest ain't lost at Anfield in 2 years. Let's go."
He was looking at somebody else. Thank you for the super chat, though. No. Listen, I need to see. All I've said is I need to see City go on a run. When I see you go on the run and get our confidence back, then we'll have a conversation. Based on the evidence I've got right now. And if you go back to what I said last week, I feel like a broken record. Big up, Jam. I said, now I am totally outnumbered there. I said,
how when David's on your side? I'm the only one.
Just red.
That's what
this is just red.
I've come here to motivate him and to keep him on the straight and narrow. There you go.
Hang on. I don't need more.
No, put him back to the Arsenal badge.
Thank you, MCFC Papi, for the super chat, of course, but you were wrong.
In all seriousness, let's get serious a minute. Yes, we spent money. We spent money because we had to do at the time. Unless you want me to go with Max Alain. Unless you want me to go with you, Max Alain.
Everyone has to spend money, but you always have to spend money.
Hang on. His club just dropped 70 M's on a bloody defender for the summertime already. I've not seen anything.
They have. No, listen.
There's all this money there for them.
I'm not saying you shouldn't spend money, Martin. I'm not saying you shouldn't spend money. But you've just said the past 18 years, etc., who has the most trophies. You've just said that. So your current heritage, your current team, your current manager, the transfer window you've just had, you should back your team a little. I'm not saying you don't back your team. Don't take me the wrong way here. But I just feel like you need a little bit more confidence in your team here.
I've already said City will win trophies this year. City will win trophies.
But we're talking about the title race. Is this question not about the title race?
I'm not title or bust. I'm not a title or bust guy. Never have.
I understand. But if we're just talking about the title race, you said earlier before I logged in that there isn't a title race.
No,
and when I heard that from you, I thought
there isn't.
I thought 6 points. There isn't a title race. I mean, what?
Thank you, David. Thank you.
Because we're not playing as though we're in a title race.
Yeah, well, if Carrick continues this way, we might be in a title race. So
there's the crux to it. There we get to it. Listen, these United fans are so predictable. This is what we do. You drill down.
Why did I ruin it?
Yeah, they're in it.
You already know you ruined it for yourself as well.
I know.
You can tell.
Just before Martin goes on a monologue that I will absolutely agree with, are you going to take that back? Take it back just so we can proceed.
No, listen, that was the last little bit of banter at the end, right? But the truth be told, everything before that, I meant in all seriousness. You've got the history, like you've just said, especially recent history. You've got the history on Arsenal as well. It's not on any other club. You've got the history on Arsenal on catching them and putting pressure on them. You've just won this transfer window. I mean, I came in here slating Pep Guardiola because he annoys the hell out of me because of what he's achieved. Windows. Yeah, but I mean, it's a big deal, man. You win a transfer window like that. You just signed two of the best performing players in the league in their positions.
This is the problem with 2026 football. This is part of the problem. Win transfer windows.
Yeah.
What is this?
Well,
I don't want to win a transfer window.
No, I know.
Okay.
It's the
Okay.
saying, Martin, meaning you've had a great transfer window, which puts you, you would think, a little closer to catching Arsenal. I would say so. Semenyu's hit the ground running. Absolutely. He's been fantastic. Imagine if
David,
Arsenal had
I'll have
signed
fan base
Semenyo.
slagged him off on Sunday.
David, I
Imagine
heard
if...
David.
Go on.
I
Go on.
heard so many City fans slagging Semenyo off.
Yeah. They were slagging him off on Sunday, saying he was a waste.
just
and
24 hours ago.
What?
Bro,
Do you
they
know
were
what?
smoking him.
I
were
think you guys have been
smoking
spoiled. You've been spoiled, and your standards maybe are so high
Martin will agree with
that being 6
Oh,
points
Sam, you need to
behind.
tell him I'm the wrong guy to go out after our
Yeah,
conversation.
Yeah, that's
last
what I'm
night.
saying. No, you
I'm
will
the wrong
agree
guy
with
in that one
Yeah.
at the minute.
By
Maybe
the way,
being
definitely
6 points
certain
behind
City
is-
fans are acting spoiled, 100%.
Yeah, it
I will-
sounds that way. No,
Some,
I mean,
some in our fan base have become smart little babies.
Okay.
but Martin,
Well,
you say
City
that.
aren't going to
Sorry,
win the league this season. Yeah, let's establish the fact. City aren't going to win the league this season. Let's assume that everything Martin
I
says,
think we'll win it next year.
everything I predict will happen, and then Arsenal end up.
I'll go a year early. City will win the league 26-27.
Well, okay, let's assume that.
Hey, what is
Yola,
losing
how many
this?
league titles have you won with Pep?
6, 7,
is it?
innit?
Wow.
6 to 9 years, is it?
6, 7. Sorry, guys.
I don't know. I've seen so many armpits go in the air. I gotta lose.
Can
count
you
of
stop doing that? You know exactly how many Pep won. How many did he win? He joined in 2016, and then he didn't win the first year. He won the second year.
what? 6.
So it goes City, Liverpool, and then 4 cities, and then Liverpool.
Yeah.
So you won 6.
6.
6 and 9 years. Bailage, would you take 6 titles in 9 years?
Certainly. What?
David, would you
Bro,
take 6 and
Bro, I'll
9?
give you my
Oh
hand
my
for
God,
that.
man.
Bro,
Listen,
take
listen.
my hand, bro. I'll give you
Take
my hand.
Take my hand and lead there.
The situation we're both in. Look, I mean, United and Arsenal, right? We would both take one title right now. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? So, for Martin to give up with only 6 points behind, and I know give up might be a harsh word, but that's what it sounds like to me.
Bro, that's what it is, man.
Maybe you
And
are
there's
part of
another
the
thing I want to say
standards.
as well. Let's assume City don't win the league even next season. Would you guys take 6 titles in 10 years?
Of
Oh,
course.
come on. The guy's dominated the league.
Bro, don't
He's
be
ruined the
dominated.
league.
So would I. I would take that all day. 6 and 10, I would take
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah,
You know,
but
even
now
if
can I
City
ask you-
don't win the league next season, but they win it the year after, and it's like 7 and 11, that's still fucking domination.
Here-
bro.
here's-
Sam, I already know that's coming. I know life after Pep things will change. This is where there's some fans who think we should win the league every single year. But this should be a Bayern Munich league. Manchester City, win, 10 in a row.
Yeah.
We should win every trophy we walk in, and if we don't, Pep out. Listen, you probably all heard it. In this few days alone, and I'm not bantering here, I've heard sell Foden, sell Haaland, sell Rodri, sack Pep. I'm like, we're literally
ridiculous.
kitchen sinking it now.
Mm. Yeah.
Now there are rumours and there is talk of this may be Pep's last year. If it is, fine. I'm not Pep Guardiola. Pep wants what I dislike is the disrespect they're giving on Pep's name. If he is leaving or you want him out, fine. But there is a way of doing it with respect. This is the greatest ever City manager. Beats Malcolm Allison and Mercer. He beats everybody else. He beats the late, great Tony Buck. He does all that. So I think people need to give him a little bit more respect. Maybe he has come to the end. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I still think we'll win trophies this year. I think we'll win the League Cup. I think, listen, this is crazy, and Hussam will know what I mean when I say this. This will sound out of people's mind when these words come out. I wouldn't be surprised if we won the Champions League.
No, I wouldn't either.
I really wouldn't.
I can see that happening. Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Because you know why? Right now, do we have a team good enough to win a one-off, a two-legged game? Yes.
Spurs finished, what did they finish? 4th or 5th in the
Exactly.
Champions League? I mean, that shows you the level at the moment. But listen, knockout phase is
It
different.
wouldn't shock
but
me
I
at
can
all
see-
if the Champions
No.
League semi-final has 3 English teams. It wouldn't
Easily.
shock me.
But
No,
yeah,
but this
It
is
would
the
not
thing.
shock.
People are bringing up quotes from Pep when Pep said, I think something very special is going to happen this year. How do we know he didn't mean the Champions League? That's
yeah,
special.
yeah.
Do you
People
think
are amazing
it's
at the
a
minute.
successful season if you win the cup double?
Yeah. Any trophy's a successful season for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Innit?
I agree. I agree with him. Yeah. What I don't
Carabao
agree
Cup,
with
FA
is,
Cup?
Yeah.
yeah,
Very
of
successful
course,
season.
of course. If Arsenal were to win those 2 trophies and nothing else, that's a successful season for them.
No, because
1000%.
they've been starving.
No, of
No,
course it is.
no,
Of course it is.
Well,
No,
Sam,
They
you
would-
know this. Well,
no,
Sam,
it's
you know
not.
this from your days.
You know why? Hey,
Not
you
for
didn't
David,
win the
Arsenal. Not
title.
for
David,
Arsenal.
When you
They've
didn't
been
win the
starving.
title, you
Yeah.
won the other cups available.
Nah,
Yeah, we did.
listen,
Always make sure you lift a trophy.
Bailage. If
Go
you
on.
if you didn't win the Premier League or the Champions League, yeah, but
Yep.
you won those 2 trophies,
Yep.
or win nothing, which one are you
Okay.
taking? Win
I'm
those
taking
2
nothing.
trophies or win nothing? You're taking nothing.
I'll take nothing.
Aye.
Listen. With my pride, I will take nothing. And do you know why I will take nothing? Because there's no way you're gonna tell me that we've competed for the Premier League and then got close to the Champions League last season, only to now finish this season with a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup. When we were in competition for all 4, yeah, we finished top in the Champions League, and then also we've been leading in the Premier League for I don't know how long. I don't know, 70% of the Premier League.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
20.
yeah.
So if that's the result at the end of the season, bro, listen, I ain't taking it, bro. I'm not taking it.
Nah, you would.
No, real talk. No, real talk. And this is why situations for different clubs is different. I feel like people fail to take into consideration like different fans are going through different things, different feelings. Bro, we ain't had a Premier League or a major trophy in 21 years. Yeah. And for 18 of those years, we didn't even compete. Listen, not even competing was unfathomable for Arsenal fans, which is why we were so hell-bent of, AFTV got big and, everyone's talking about Arsenal fans are so negative. Because what was bad for Arsenal is that we didn't even compete. Forget less about on my days, almost winning a trophy. We weren't even close to winning one.
I understand you're hungry. I understand you're hungry, and rightfully so. And rightfully so, bro. But if you look at the bigger picture, if you was to win 2 trophies, those 2 trophies that I just said, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and yes, you fall short by goal difference on the Premier League, for example, which could happen, by the way. They could lose the Premier League on goal difference, yeah? And you fall short in the final of the Champions League. You go again next year. You
want Bailage to have heartbreak like crazy. Goal difference and the Champions League final. Fucking
no, bro. No, bro.
I'm the only one that went through that on this panel. And let me tell you, at that moment in time, I didn't go like, oh my God, yay, we won the Carabao and the FA Cup. I was fucking fuming when that happened. We lost the league title because Ollie Watkins is a see you next Tuesday. And we lost the Champions League final because Courtois won man of the match. We were the much better team in the Champions League final.
But Martin, if you were to win the 2 cups or nothing, what are you taking in your current position?
2 cups all day.
Subscribe to Bailage, man.
I'm taking 1 cup and nothing.
A lot of the Liverpool fans are understanding where Bailage is coming from because I have the same logic as him. Listen, I think it's right now, if you offered me top 4 and FA Cup, I still wouldn't take it. Because in order for Liverpool,
all right, then. Let me twist the question. Last
successful season, we have to win UCL.
Yeah, but last season when Arsenal beat Real Madrid and you went into the semi-final, everyone was saying you're going to win the Champions League and everything else, and you got beat by PL. That's not a dig. Would you have took an FA Cup or a Carabao still?
Last year, are you asking me? Yeah, no, last year I would have, because that's 3 years, bro. But we've gone past that now. That's the 3rd year. We're in the 4th year now.
Past what? You've not won anything.
No,
exactly.
Let me look. Listen.
Have we won some trophies? I've missed.
Listen, can I explain myself?
I hear you, Ben. I feel like you're trying to skip it. You're trying to skip it. Like we've gone past winning those minor trophies. We need to go straight to the big ones.
Look. You can't. Listen. David Martin, you can't say I'm skipping anything, because even if you talk about Arsenal historically, we ain't never really cared about the Carabao Cup. Arsene Wenger has famously always put 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, most likely at least 9 of them on the field more time. So even as an Arsenal fan, bro, I could even care less, bro. It means nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing to me. You understand what I'm saying?
That's your question. If you got to Wembley, would you go to the game?
Yeah, of course.
Thought it meant nothing to you.
No, when I say it means nothing to me, I mean in regards to the rest of the other cups, in regards to the major trophies.
Nah, I'm not having this. Right.
Not as a
Okay, I'll
fact
make you a deal. I'll make you a deal live on air right now. I will go in. Don't know how we do it because people don't get a GoPro on yourself in the final. If it's City versus Arsenal, I want to see your full reaction for 95 minutes. And I want to see you sat there going,
I'm unhappy. Yeah, I'm unhappy.
No, you guys, look, no, you guys are taking it wrong and you're taking it out of context. I'm not saying I'm not going to celebrate if Arsenal win a trophy. I'm not saying I'm not going to be happy if Arsenal win the Carabao Cup. What I'm saying is, if Arsenal finish this season out of 4 seasons of competing for major trophies with the miniature trophies or the minor trophies you want to call, which is the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, I'm not going to be happy. It's that I don't want that. Like Martin, you said you're not trophy or bust, bro. That's trophy or bust for me.
Title or bust.
Title or bust, bro. We are major trophies or bust. Yeah, we are.
We haven't won any minor trophies.
Sorry.
You haven't won any minor trophies.
This is my point. This is my point.
Okay, and that's a fair point. Yeah, well, that's the last minor trophy.
I do like to think facts are fair points.
Look, the last minor trophy that we won was the FA Cup, which was what 6 years ago now. That being said, yes, we have the most amount of FA Cups in this nation. You know, we are still the reigning champs in regards to the amount of FA Cups.
Hang on a minute. His club is the most successful League Cup winners. We're the second most successful.
Yeah, it's
League
true.
Cup winners.
Yeah. And it gave them a platform to kick on from there, to be honest, in recent times. It did.
Yeah, and look, and I understand that. And that's why
also
guys
the most successful league winners and the most successful Champions League.
Oh, God.
See, this is the problem. This is my issue with football today. I'm sorry. And I don't know whether it's again 2026 or a youth thing. I don't know. But this I don't want that trophy. I want this trophy. That's like your mum. You know, your single working mum comes to Christmas, you're begging her for a PS5. She hasn't quite got the PS5 money, but she buys you a PS4, and you go, that shit, that I don't.
Yeah, man, I'm throwing it in the bin.
Yeah, young Buenas, Bailey. She's young Buenas.
And then you wonder why fucking society.
Can I ask you one more question, Bailey? One more question, Bailey. Yeah, you said you'd rather take no trophies than those 2 trophies if someone was to offer you that by the end of the season. What do you think the manager and the squad would say to that? I think the manager and the squad, if they came away with 2 trophies, that would be great for them. They would kick on from there. If they came away with nothing, this year, this squad and this manager, Kalas, mate, is finished, mate. That team, that manager's over.
David, you're asking David, Martin, you're asking a fan how I would feel if we don't cross the line for 2 major trophies. Yeah, all right. I played down the importance of the FA Cup. The FA Cup is a major trophy.
That could have been aimed at all of us.
However,
David too.
Middle-aged prick.
Guys, anyways,
you middle-aged prick. You're a middle-aged prick.
We're all 30 plus here anyway, so it could be all 4 of us. Okay, someone just said you middle-aged prick, and I'm like,
someone in the chat.
Who's he referring to? I mean, we're all 30 plus on this fucking panel.
I'd say Bailey looks the youngest.
I'm in my 20s. I go back in age, mate. I go back every birthday. I drop a year off.
Drop a year younger.
I'll be 18 soon.
The point is, Bailey, just I'm trying to make you look at the bigger picture here. Yeah, take the fan emotion out for the team. They need to win something, man. If they came away with 2 trophies,
David, I agree with the sense that you're saying it would be disappointing, right? And with my reply is disappointing to you. However, right, I'm speaking as a fan who is desperate for major trophies, not as a football player. Yeah, not as a player of the club, not as a coach. Yeah, not as someone who's part of the Arsenal Football Club. Yeah, that I'm speaking as a fan, and as a fan for the last 18 years, at a minimum, I've been bantered for not winning a major trophy. Yeah,
no, you haven't. No, that's where you're wrong.
Yes,
you've been bantered for not winning a thing.
I'm the fan. How are you telling me? I'm the Arsenal fan.
I'll tell you from my perspective then. You have been bantered from my perspective for not winning out.
Yeah.
For not what?
For not winning anything.
Now it
For not
means
winning
nothing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Ow, he
I
said-
understand.
Sorry,
No,
is that my northern accent there?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I
No,
understand northern accent. don't
David
worry.
will get what I mean by that. But
yeah. Good
I
one. Yeah.
understand northern accent. Don't worry. You know, I'll be honest with you. I've enjoyed you both cooking Bailage for the last 5 minutes because I like to see Bailage on the ropes and how he would take it to get me. He's been fighting a good fight. But let me tell you why Bailage is right and you both are wrong. I'll tell you why. Big up to Wally
Here we
who says,
go.
does this guy not realize the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup are classified as major trophies? They are major trophies. But I'm going to give you the best analogy. Even though it is a major trophy, there's levels to this game. If I send Martin, David, and Bailage to the jungle, and I go like, every single one of you has an objective to hunt. Bring back stuff we can all eat in camp. I give you the same exact weapons and blah, blah, blah. Okay? If Martin comes back after 2 days with a deer, and David comes back after 3 days with a deer, but Bailage stays 2 weeks away from camp, I'm expecting him to come back with a damn buffalo after 2 weeks. Don't come back after 2 weeks bringing me the same shit that the others brought back after 2 days.
why you not
When
like
it comes
that?
to Arsenal, let me
like
let the
Let
analogy.
him
brother.
land. Let him land
This
the plane.
National
Let him land the
Geographic
plane.
knowledge, Habibi. This National Geographic right here.
Let him land the plane.
The difference for Arsenal right now is they are so beyond that point. Everything that you guys just said would have applied 2 years ago, or the year where they lost the Europa League to Lisbon. Remember that year? Had they won the Europa League and then the year after won the FA Cup, people would be like, oh yeah, they haven't won the league, but they've at least won trophies and blah, blah, blah. We'd understand it. But in this current moment in time, they are so far along in the project that they need either the Premier League or the Champions League to champion this project. If I sit here with a turtleneck and try to tell you how to trade cryptocurrency, and I show you my car is a Honda, you will not believe me.
Yeah,
but if I show you my car is a Lambo, you'll believe me.
Yeah.
They need the supercar now, bro.
But listen,
a
if
Carabao
you
Cup
send...
does not suffice.
No,
and
but
let me tell you
hold
why.
on.
No, 1 second. Let me tell you why.
Oh,
Because you both are frauds. You both
Just let him get his philosophy out.
frauds. You get me? You don't know about Live Arsenal. Let me tell you the truth.
This analogy is flawed, my friend. Flawed.
It's not flawed. It makes
It's
perfect
flawed.
sense.
No, it's not
I'll
flawed.
let him land his plane. I'll let him land his British
not
Airways.
flawed.
Go on.
It's not flawed, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you
He's
exactly why it's
crushing
not
it in a
flawed. Tell exactly why it's not flawed. If you wanted to win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, why the fuck you spent $1 billion then? Why over the last 5-6 years?
Can we respond yet?
Yeah, let us know.
Just on your football.
If you listen to understand, you would let me finish the fucking point.
God, listen,
Oh,
your
yeah,
plane's
my
upside
God,
down
you're
at the
doing a
moment. mate.
Hamza. You're going
If
round
you
in
want to win-
circles.
If
Hussam
you want to
Hamza.
win Carabao Cups and FA Cups, you should have just kept Unai Emery and probably spent half the money that you spent, and you would have gotten a bunch of Carabao Cups and FA Cups. It makes no
So Sam,
difference.
let's stick to your initial analogy, yeah?
Big up Wally.
If you've been sending Bailage to the jungle for the last 6 years and he's struggling to bring back a ladybird, how can you expect him to bring back a buffalo because you send him there for 2 weeks?
Because I'm
Absolutely
making him
ridiculous.
stronger every time.
Yeah,
First time
no,
I sent him with a knife, then I sent him with a shield, then I sent him with a
okay.
sword. And now
And guess
he's
what?
got a shotgun, and he's got a
Guess-
crossbow,
yeah.
and he's got a
My
shield,
friend.
Exactly.
and he's
Exactly.
got a
You can
knife
send
ride.
him-
David.
You can send him with the cloak from Harry Potter and all he's ever brought you back is a ladybird. How can you expect him to bring back a buffalo? You should be happy if he brings you back a sheep.
Because I've improved his artillery.
David, exactly. Like Hussam just said, he's given us better artillery. We've had better artillery. This is the first season we've had the best artillery to go and finish the job.
I hear you,
everything
Bailage. I hear you,
Everything
Bailage. You could have the best artillery, but if you haven't crossed the line before, you should be happy to cross the line with something. That's all I'm saying.
Look. Okay,
That
David,
would have applied 3 years
If
ago.
I've gone to the jungle, I've gone to the jungle with the worst manager, Eric Ten Hag, right? And I've come back with 2 deers. I have.
David, you're not listening. David, you're not listening. You're not listening. If this was 2 years ago, that's acceptable. That's 100% acceptable. Yeah. Even last year, we could have taken that last year because third try in a row. Hopefully, we finish with something. 4th time in a row, bro. No one cares about that crap, bro. No one cares. This season, if we win the Premier League and the Carabao Cup, that's acceptable. If we win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, unacceptable. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We need a
Bailage,
major
I agree with
trophy.
you. Don't get me wrong. I don't disagree with you, Bailage. I'm just saying you can't say I'd rather nothing than those 2 trophies.
No, look.
That for me.
Okay,
right,
David,
then if Arteta
is a
doesn't
tough
win the
one.
league, would you sack him?
what's that again? Martin?
If Arteta doesn't
Arteta
win the
what?
league, you're sacking him.
No, I'm not sacking him, bro. I'm
Why?
not sacking
You
him.
just hang on. Whoa,
I'm not
right, this
sacking
is
him.
where your
Bro,
logic
listen,
completely
because you want
flops.
look. My logic is based on common sense. Yeah, my logic is based on not trying to go over the rails. Usually, you understand what I'm saying? It's very level-headed as far as I'm concerned. In my personal,
I agree.
opinion.
Yeah.
You may not think that, but that's what I think. Yeah.
No,
Now,
based on what
moving
you've
forward-
done this season, Baelish, sorry to interrupt. I understand why you feel that way, by the way. You're top of
Yeah.
the Premier League, you finished top of the Champions League phase,
Yeah,
the
and now
money
you're
you've
telling him,
spent,
take
the
the FA
depth in your
Cup.
squad. No, but what I'm saying to you, Hussam, is we still have to look at this team that they haven't won anything major for 6 years.
Look. This narrative about you have to look at this team that they haven't won anything for 6 years. It's like I don't understand. It's the same narrative that people have said. Oh, Arsenal shouldn't compete. Like, bro, I've heard for the last 3 years from a bunch of different content creators. Oh my days, Arsenal shouldn't compete next year because do you know why? Tottenham are going to buy someone and they're going to be better than Arsenal. Oh, do you know why Arsenal shouldn't compete the next year? Because Luton are going to get promoted from Championship and they're going to dominate the league. Bro, just a bunch of bullcrap. No one has any sense in what they say. No one makes any sense in what they say.
Yeah.
Like no one gave me any reason as to why they actually think Aston Villa would have surpassed Arsenal this year or last year. It's like Arsenal's been second for the last 3 years, meaning we've been extremely consistent in being a good team. Yeah, in being a good team.
So it's not title or bust.
Of course it's
It
not.
sounds-
How can it be? How can it be, bro? How can it
Hang
be?
on a minute. You just said this is where I'm confused.
You just asked me if I'm gonna sack him.
No,
I said no.
Yeah,
Well, how
right.
is it title or bust, bro? How is it title or bust if I don't sack him?
Right. Well, listen. Please just listen. Right. I'll explain. Right. You just said if we don't win the league, it's fair. I don't want to win the others. I'm not bothered about the others. Right. So you're not bothered about the others. But then you said it's the title. It's the title. You don't win the title. How is that then not sacking Arteta?
Look. I'm not.
This is where I'm confused. You can't say it's unacceptable for A, B, and C, and then not have the consequence at the end of the day.
Okay.
I don't think they can sack Arteta, to be honest.
Literally, like, honestly, I'm sorry. That doesn't.
And they're
even
giving
cross-
Arteta unfair.
Hey, Martin, I'm sorry. That doesn't even cross my mind. Sacking Arteta because we don't win the league. That doesn't even cross my mind, bro. The only way that can cross my mind is if right now, as we are first, we end up being fifth, and then we get knocked out of the Champions League in the first round of the 16th.
You win an FA Cup and a League Cup.
No. And we win that. Couldn't care less, bro. Couldn't care less. Get him gone. Get him gone.
All right. I'll ask
That's
you
6
another
years.
question, Bailage. Yeah. What do you think
Yeah,
the
everyone, like
broader?
to subscribe. Welcome to Ask Bailad. Go on.
Yes.
No,
Sorry.
we were talking City. We've got off City again and gone.
The broader fan
Because
base.
everyone the man just want to grill Arsenal. People just want Arsenal to
No,
be grilled.
I'm trying to understand where you're coming from because I'm shocked at not wanting the two trophies.
I'm absolutely
I'm
flabbergasted.
shocked at not wanting the 2 trophies. That's why I'm asking him questions, Hussam, because
Bailad, I understand you.
that is a crazy
They're
take there,
gaslighting.
yeah?
They're
No,
both
okay, look,
Right.
look.
Let's say you end this season with
Bailad,
nothing.
can I prove to you that they're both gaslighting? If Arsenal this season won the League Cup and FA Cup, these guys in the summer
Wouldn't because you know me better than that.
you'd be on your fan
Don't do
shows
that.
going like, "Oh, you've went 23 years without a league title. You've
No,
never won
don't
the
do that.
Literally, bro.
No, I will
Look,
interrupt now because you're
look,
being
Martin,
disingenuous now. 'Cause you know me better than that, so don't do that to me.
Martin,
Don't
So
Martin,
you're
put
not
me
going
in
to tell
that
Arsenal fans they've went 23 years without a league title?
you're not gonna say that. You're not gonna say that. You're not gonna hit man with a stick.
Go on, then. Go
Do you
on,
know
then.
what it is to me? Do you know what it is to me? A successful team is winning trophies. This arrogant attitude from football fans now, it shocks me. and he's absolutely disgusting.
I love you, Martin, but that's not what I
He's
asked.
a
Right.
disgusting
That is not
attitude
what
to
I
that.
asked. When a
It's this or
Mancunian way
that.
is on
It's
panel
all that.
shows or on spaces in the summer,
Now it's
is he
social
or is he
media
not gonna say
bullshit.
22 years, not a league title? Yes or no?
Yeah.
What a
Are
what?
you good? I'm very clear, crystal question, yeah?
Go on then.
When a Mancunian way is on panel shows or on spaces in the summer, is he or is he not gonna say you've went 22 years without a league title, you've never won the Champions
No,
League?
do you know what? I'll be celebrating my league title because if they don't win, it means I've won it.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, what's that reply?
No.
I celebrate my title, boy.
So,
No, I'm
so
sorry, I
Hussam,
just
you
think-
agree with Baelish? You agree with Baelish?
I prefer really
that
not to.
They should have no.
Not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble, and I don't want to be in big trouble.
I don't. By the way, I don't know who this Nuff design is because I've got more IQ in my dick than you've got in your body, mate. So be quiet. You sit down and watch me. Thanks.
Oh,
Yeah, hold
blimey.
on.
on. You're on the comments and he's on the panel. Hold that.
Martin
I'm
playing
saying
no
with
games.
23. You're
I
sat
promise
there.
you, Baelish don't fancy Arteta. He's in a relationship. I'm very happy. You get me?
Blimey.
He does not fancy Arteta. I promise you. You get me? I fancy you getting a correct prediction as well. Let's go.
Like, look,
director.
and that's what I get from my
Thank
own
you,
fan
Papi.
base for just supporting the team. You know, just for actually believing that we can cross the line.
Baelish, can I tell you one thing though where I think you're wrong? I
Go
do
on.
believe what Martin said is true. If Arteta doesn't win you a UCL or Prem this season, you should probably want him gone. Because then it just gets to the point where it's like, okay, how many times are we going to do this shit? Like, I need something fresh. Maybe just a fresh voice in the dressing room will get you a league title. Legit.
Like Slot,
maybe,
like Slot.
maybe that's right. Maybe that's right. Yeah, maybe that is the answer. You know, if he doesn't get over the line. However, bro, I can't confidently say that.
You
understand
can't
what
say
I'm
that right now because you're top of the world, of course.
I'm top of the world,
Yeah.
and I believe we can cross the line. You know,
no,
so
I agree with him.
it's just one of those things I can't really fathom right now. Now, obviously, like I've said to you, if
By the
we
way,
end-
I think Baelish, when the time comes, might change his mind, Martin. Like, we're saying this right now, and I understand why he's very pro Arteta right now, and I completely agree with him. Current moment in time, top of the league, top of the Champions League, almost.
How
in
can
the
you not
Carabao
be?
Final, you got nothing to be bitching about.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing. The reason why I say what I say, in terms of the summer, it would get to the stage where it's like this guy might just not be able to get us over the line. And the thing that will change Baelish's opinion as well, if they lose it, God forbid, because I don't want City winning, is how they lose it.
Mm.
If they're 8 points ahead with 3 games to go or some shit, and they fucking capitulate,
Yeah.
then I think everyone will probably want that.
But Hussam, if they won 2 cups losing it that way, that will
Here we
soften the blow. That
it
will
won't
soften
soften
the blow.
blows. Hey, listen,
Oh my goodness, God.
David, I did the same thing. Okay,
David.
1 second. How to prove Hussam is not a hypocrite? Klopp won the League Cup and FA Cup, yes?
Yeah.
Correct? The day after the Champions League, I went live on YouTube and I said this season's a failure. I said
Well,
we
what-
failed. So I'm not
what did-
asking Baelish to
did
show
it-
different energy.
Did it lead you to anything? Did it platform you to anything?
What do you mean?
When he won that league, didn't Klopp win the League Cup first before he went on to win the Premier League, before he went on to win the Champions League at
hold that.
Liverpool?
He won the Champions League first.
Did he
and
win
then
the Champions
Premier
League first? He won
Yeah.
the Champions League first.
And then
Wowzers.
the
I
Premier
thought he won the
and then
League
the
Cup.
Premier League.
I thought he won the League Cup first
Well,
before he
no,
won
the
anything
League
else.
Cup.
That's a very
No.
good question.
Pep did
Would-
though. Pep did though, right?
If
Yeah,
you won, if you
Mourinho
won,
did.
You're not
if
talking
you
about
won the
the-
FA Cup and the League Cup, would your club do a parade?
That's not the point.
literally, man.
You
It's not
keep
the point,
saying
bro.
I'm sorry, what is football become?
Spurs
Bro, it's
did a
not-
parade for a Europa League.
I
So
don't
what
think
do
you could
think
just
it's
throw
a
away
parade?
cups like
When
that.
I'm
You
not
can't throw away
Martin,
cups.
let people
Oh, Sam,
celebrate.
I'm surprised at you.
Yeah, I am
Considering you
too.
won the most league
Extremely.
cups out of
Surprise
everyone.
all you want. Am I asking Baelish to show different energy than me myself showed 3 years ago? No. I'm asking him to show the same energy that I showed. You guys are both hypocrites. I'll tell you why. 'Cause
Hang on a
Tom's
minute.
coming.
It's Ray. I got put Ray's comment up. That's just hilarious. That's done with that. Martin, you don't understand adversity.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's not a
That's a
fact.
fact. Sorry, right, Bailey. I've had a season ticket in League One. Try again,
Look,
mate.
No,
Try
no,
again.
no,
I
no,
don't
Martin,
understand
Martin. I'm happy for you that you've been one of those fans that were.
But don't
that
say
were following
I don't understand
Let me
adversity.
finish, Martin. I'm happy for you that you're one of those fans that have been following Man City since League One. Good for you, yeah. And you guys have now taken over the world. Listen, things are different now, bro. Things are different. You are one of the best teams in the world over the last 20 years. So the adversity that you guys are facing right now in questioning over winning trophies is not the same adversity from League One, bro. There are different levels to this. Do you understand what I'm saying? You guys are now in the big league. Yeah. It took you 20 years. The best 20 years of your history is the worst 20 years of my history. Do you understand what I'm saying? So good for you that for some reason you guys did what you did over the last 20 years. However, the adversity we're talking about now is different from League One, bro. It's different from
Of course. City face different challenges now. The challenge is different. 100%. 100%.
And that's the point. And that's what I'm trying to say there. That's what I'm trying to say there to Martin.
We've gone over that, Dodo.
What the reason why I'm saying Martin and David are hypocrites is I'm sure just come May time when I listen to Martin's space at 3 a.m. if the scenario that I said happens, he's gonna go like, these Arsenal fans speak like the Real Madrid. They haven't won a league title in 23 years. I'm 100% certain he will make that statement.
So you're officially going to say, Hussam.
I know Martin is probably going to grill me in one of his dialogues.
Bro, we won the Champions League. And people online, when I was watching YouTube, I wasn't even part of YouTube yet. I was watching YouTube and people online were going like, yeah, Liverpool won the Champions League with Klopp, but they have went 30 years without a league title. Imagine, after winning the UCL. Imagine.
I understand. But you're telling me, Hussam, you'd rather finish a season with no trophies instead of 2 trophies. Is that what you're telling me? Because I'm still in shock.
Bailey went to the extreme. Of course, you would rather win something than nothing, but that something is still a failure. You get
exactly, and that's the point.
I understand that, but you can't go without. Fair enough. I agree with that point, Bailey. But if you turn around and win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup this season, I'd say, yes, you didn't achieve what we thought you would achieve and what you were capable of achieving. But I think it's a good achievement for Arsenal Football Club in the context. That means you sent Baelish to the jungle and he came back with a deer. That's what it means.
No Arsenal fan will agree with you for that with that statement, bro. No Arsenal fan of my age, by the way, even the last 18 years will agree with you. Because as an Arsenal fan, the history of my club is major trophies. Yeah? Major.
How many FA Cups have you won? How many FA Cups have you won?
17. Yeah. We have 17.
So you're saying that's not a major trophy and you've won 17 of them?
On my days. Broski.
You have more FA Cups than you do league titles, so they're not majors.
Guys, you love to twist words and narratives.
I'm not trying to twist you, Bailey. I'm just trying to
have
say
17 FA Cups. Arsenal have 14 FA Cups. What are you talking about?
Oh,
sorry,
give 14, or take 14. Whatever.
I'm pretty sure. How many FA Cups?
14. Yeah, 14. My bad. I don't know why I said
17. 17. The point is they have.
I know you and United were tied, but then you took them over with the Arteta one.
Sorry, what final was you in last year, Sam?
What final were we in? Carabao Cup final.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and what?
Did you not want to win it?
What trophy did we win last season, Martin?
Yeah. Wouldn't you have liked to have won the Carabao Cup as well? Wouldn't you have liked to won the Carabao Cup as well?
Your club wants to win every trophy they get in.
That's it.
That's
not the story.
This thing of picking and choosing what you want.
Carabao, let's use Carabao Cup as an example. If Arsenal win the Carabao Cup and the Premier League, we'll come here in May and go like, they've done the double. No problem.
Yes, that's a double.
Okay, no problem. But the cherry without the cake is shit. It's a cherry.
So you'd rather have no cake.
Do you understand? I'm starving. It's a cherry, brother.
So when I won a formidable, when I won a treble, they were just the other two were just a couple of cherries. Couple of cherries on the
formidable, then it's a community shield, please.
When I won 5 in a row, when I won 5 trophies in a calendar year, and I went on that parade And I sat there in the piss down rain, singing and celebrating and looking at it, all 5 trophies. I didn't go, oh, that's the Premier League. And wasn't in order. It wasn't Champions League, Premier League, and the Carabao Cup and the Club World Cup was way at the back. We were celebrating them all.
Yeah, I hear you. All I'm saying
I
is,
don't get it. I'm sorry.
I'm an Arsenal fan and I'm 42. I think you need bite your hands to get the FA Cup and Carabao Cup and then sack Arteta. What do you mean? There you go. He says, and then
I didn't read the last part. I didn't read the last part.
You just want to agree with me.
Baynard, would you rather have nothing or 2 trophies? Okay, 2 trophies better than nothing. Guess what? I still want the manager gone because we failed.
Yeah, I didn't read the last part.
Who were the 4 trophies?
Hang on. It's a nicer failure. Like
who were the 4
failed,
teams in the Carabao Cup semi-final?
48 out of 100. You didn't get 10 out of 100,
Yeah.
but you still failed.
Who are the 4
The
teams in the Carabao Cup semi-final?
Isn't it Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, Man City? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't see, Jesus Christ, there's a few big names in there, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly.
A few big
And
names.
they all want to win it. And the point is, guys, I know you want the cake, you don't want the cherry, but I'm telling you something now. If Arsenal finish this season with no cake and no cherry, oh my goodness, all hell's going to break loose, mate.
Brother, then
David,
it's not sack Arteta, it's slap Arteta. It's different. But we get there when we get there. If I'm in Baylaj's place, I'm fighting you both the same exact fight. Imagine me last season. Okay, you know what? I was in Baylaj's position last season. Same exact position. Top of the Champions League, top of the Premier League. If you came to me on February 3rd and said, Hussam, would you take a cup double? I would have been like, fuck off. What are you talking about? Like, I'm top of the league and top of the Champions League, and you want me to take a cup double? Are you mad?
Yeah, but you had won major honours very recent, Hussam.
Yes, and they want to taste major honours.
Hold on.
Hold
on. Let me finish my point, Baylage. 1 second. Let me finish my point,
Baylage, you notice how I'm destroying their logic every time, yeah?
No, he's not destroying my logic.
You don't destroy any logic.
No, he had won major honours, Baylage. He had won major honours. They had won a Champions League. They had won a Premier League under Klopp. All of this stuff. They had been to the jungle and brought back a buffalo. You guys have not won nothing for a very, very long time. So they can't have that spoil. They can't have that spoil attitude. Well, you just said FA Cup's not a major trophy, so you haven't won a major trophy for 23 years.
Even though it's part of the treble. Part of the treble.
Okay, people need to relax, yeah?
Only me and David know about that.
Guys, listen, guys, the FA Cup is a major trophy. However, it's not the major trophy that Arsenal fans want. Do you understand? I'm not saying to you FA Cup is not a major trophy. I'm not saying to you it's unacceptable that we win that. However, if we do, if that's all we win after, look, if that's all we win after 6 years of Arteta,
you have to be grateful. You have to be grateful.
No, there's nothing to be grateful for. There's absolutely nothing to be grateful for. No, because I've said it to, and I'm going to repeat it again. I'm sorry, bro, but other fans might not understand this, yeah? But as an Arsenal fan, in regards to the history of my club, before 2004, we have always competed for a trophy. Do you understand what I'm saying? We've always been around the trophy. For not being in there for 18 years, I'm sorry, we're not going to accept a Carabao Cup and just an FA Cup. Do you understand what I'm saying? If we do a three-peat, meaning the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and the Premier League, that's amazing. That's exactly.
Let me just end it. Let me just end it on this, please, because I want to do supers then end. I'll just do this, yeah. First of all, David's channel is in the description. David Speaks Football. You have to give him a subscription after this performance.
No Arsenal fans. I'm joking.
Look,
David is a real rage baiter still. I feel you.
Here's the thing, David. You've seen your team win the league. Martin's seen his team win the league. I've seen my team win the league.
Of course, Baylage, you've seen it. You've seen it, Baylage. How old are you, Baylage?
Drinking breast milk last time Arsenal won the league.
Bro, no, I mean, I was older than that, but I hardly remember it.
Fair enough.
I apologize. He was
I see your hunger.
That's why.
He was drinking formula.
I apologize. Baylage.
He was drinking formula, not breast milk. I apologize. You get me? He was.
You know what? I don't mind. I'm younger than I am. That's good for me, bro.
In his life. As a matter of fact, I would bet that probably his first experience of football is them losing the Champions League final against Barcelona. It's probably his first.
No. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was one of my most memorable experiences.
There you
Oh,
go.
wow. Wow.
So
I
this
hear you,
guy has
Baelish.
been through pain for the last 20
He's
years.
standing
Bro,
strong. He's
Which
standing
is
so
why,
high.
if I'm in his place, I would answer the same exact way. Get me the fucking Prem or the UCL or get your ass out.
All I've known is pain. All I've known is pain, bro. All I've known is being the banter. You know what I'm saying? All I've known is being the stick that everyone's just whacking,
No,
that
I
rock
hear
that
that.
everyone's just throwing down the hill.
I hear that. But the trouble is, that's like being poor, yeah, living in a 1-bedroom flat and saying the only thing I will accept is a 10-bedroom mansion.
It's not though. It's not though because
It
there's a
is.
difference.
That's what you're saying.
There's a big difference. There's a huge difference. Yeah, because if you're poor, you'd accept anything. You'd accept absolutely anything.
Right, but
Anything
you
that's
just said you haven't won out in 20 years.
Because they already live in a 2-bedroom floor. Like, they
literally,
already
bro. We're still a big club. Yes, we haven't won the major trophies as the Premier League over the
Haven't won
last
any
5
trophies in the last 5 years.
Okay, guys, I
Yes.
don't want this argument again, please. Everyone's made their
Literally,
point.
yeah.
Let's agree to disagree. Everyone in the chat can make up their mind. Me and Baelish are right, and Martin and David are wrong. Big up to Wally, who says, here's a question for Martin. If Manchester City don't get UCL and crash out of it this season and only win the Carabao Cup or FA Cup, will you be happy?
Yeah.
Why? Explain. Don't just say yeah. Explain why.
Because for me, you can have a season out of the Champions League. City have been in it for 16 years. We can suffice the season out of the Champions League. Winning trophies is the aim of the football club and the aim of Pep Guardiola. Why he's won 18 of them. It's not just 18 league titles. It's not 18 Champions League. It's 18 trophies.
Does that
includes 9 League Cups, whatever it is, 5, 6 League Cups, 2 FA Cups, a Club World Cup, etc.
Does that include Community Shield or without?
Yeah, it does actually include Community Shield. Yeah.
So
I'm only going off the record. What's that?
Okay, so Baelish has seen a trophy then.
The problem is, like I said,
you know,
I think Osam, it comes down to,
Pow!
I think it comes down to people's preference, and this is why I think everyone melts down. People got to realise there's one Premier League title, and there's 4 clubs vying for it. So we're all 3 going to have failure season then.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
You've got to be careful how we word this then.
Guess what?
Yep.
3 clubs in England this season
exactly what it
came
is,
in
bro.
fighting for 2 major trophies.
That's exactly what it is.
And guess what?
No, but in the
if
Premier
you
League,
lose-
we're not fighting for
Yeah,
2
I'll
majors
use
because
my
Champions
club
League
as an
fought in
example.
Europe.
Even if you lose stuff, there's a way to lose stuff as well. And there's context. We didn't dominate England. So if I was in your shoes, Martin, I'd never want Pep to get sacked. I never wanted Klopp sacked.
No,
There were Scousers who wanted Klopp gone, and I didn't. So I'm on your side when it comes to that. But guess what? Like we said, last time Baelish's team won a trophy, he was drinking formula. So he needs to see something in his adult age.
No, that I understand, and that's what I'm sorry. Me and LB agree on this, and we've talked about this before. We find it astonishing how some trophies are just dismissed so easily. Because the thing is with football, and maybe this is where my older head comes in. I'm sorry for being old. Football is about making moments and memories.
Yes.
And when you go into the games and you're going with your son or your daughter or your dad or your mum, and you're going into Wembley in a cup final, those are the memories that stay with you forever. You can't just go, well, it's only a Carabao Cup. Fuck that. I can't do it. Because then football's dead. The game's gone completely. Then we've made it just a pure business now. And I'm sorry, I fell in love with football. And if that's the way football is, then football's dead.
Look, Mark, that's exactly how it is, bro. Honestly, bro.
Then the game's dead. We shouldn't have said no to the Super League. We shouldn't have said no to the Super League. We should have gone full guns ahead and gone with it then.
Hey, you just realized now?
It's all about the money. If it's all about the money and it's all about winning and everything else, why did we all go against the Super League?
look.
Hey, guess what? After the new Champions League format, we could have just stuck to the Super League. Anyway.
No, real talk.
Right.
And
And by the way, let me tell you something. You want to know what's the new Super League? The Premier League.
yeah,
That's the fucking new
Yeah.
Super League. there.
guys, we have 5 teams in the Champions League. We have how many teams in the Europa League? It's like, bro, it's ridiculous. It's
Spurs
absolutely ridiculous.
finished
The
fourth
strength in the Premier League. You know what I mean,
Spurs
guys?
finished 4th in the Champions League group stages. 4th.
Bro,
keep
and they're
that.
14th in the Premier League. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah, imagine what Palace would do or Bournemouth. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Aman Kuni and Ways in the description. David Speaks Football is in the description. And Ledge AFC is in the description. Please go give every single one a subscribe. And Jem's channel as well is in the description. Big up to David. David, let me know if 2 p.m. on Tuesday suits you. I'll get you on. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to redirect you guys over to the football
Having more
terrace.
red people.
Spam. So you want me to get a fucking Spurs fan to have another blue brother?
Wait, hang on a minute. Man United win 2 games and you're adding them into the panels. What's going on here?
Yeah, we need to spice it
Where's
up.
the Villa fan? Get a Villa fan in there.
Okay, you find me one and I'll get him here. Big up to all
I'll
you
find
guys.
you a fucking Villa fan now. I'm going to find you a Villa fan.
Okay, find a Villa content creator and we'll bring him here. I don't give a shit. No problem.
Potts has one.
I work with Wolfie and he's 17th. Think I give a fuck? I don't. Anyway, Sam Raid in the terrace chat. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys over there as well. I'll be in the chat spamming Hussam Raid. Yalla. Peace out, Habibis. And I'm see you guys back on MHF. And then we got the Arsenal Chelsea watch along. Peace.